Molten Furnace Fractal is a fairly fast but mostly time-gated fractal island, as you have to make your way through a Molten Alliance facility. I'm Sirma, and here's a detailed breakdown of the fractal. This fractal is in the daytime, so you should use superior sigil of force and impact or air, in conjunction with powerful potions of slaying Scarlet's armies on power builds to maximize damage. Trigger the drill event, go to Rocks and Braham and kill the spawning mobs. After killing the enemies, head into the tunnel. Inside are 5 caves, each containing a group of mobs. Defeat the mobs, then destroy the boulder that will become breakable, indicated by a red gear. You will need to clear each room in turn, as there is an air current blocking the way to the next room. Once you've defeated all 5 groups of mobs and destroyed the corresponding boulders, wait for the drill to come out of the tunnel. Exit the tunnel and take out the group of mobs approaching you. Next, head toward the steam walls. First steam wall is impossible, so wait for it to lower before advancing. Each wall will knock you back and deal damage. After the first wall, you can get through the following steam walls by walking backwards or using stability. Be careful not to get through with too little HP, as this could take you down. Once you've made it through the walls, proceed to the weapons testing arena by crossing the lava area. Upon entering the arena and at the start of each new phase, 2 champions will spawn. Your party needs to separate and defeat them. Failing to do so will trigger a unique buff called Sentinel Retribution, causing them to reflect damage back to the attacker. Simultaneously, you will face a series of weapon tests. First, you must avoid, block or reflect the fire barrage targeting you. Use a reflect skill like the Guardian's Wall of Reflection or tank the hits. Projectile leaves behind an AoE that inflicts burning. After successfully navigating this test, you can deal 25% damage to the thermal core. Next, dodge or negate the fire tornadoes heading your way. These tornadoes inflict damage, apply burning and knock you back. This ability is helpful to mitigate knockback. Note that since the rework, the fire tornadoes can now pass through the thermal core. Survive this test and you can deal another 25% damage to the core. Then you will need to dodge, block or jump over incoming shockwaves. These shockwaves cause knockdown, and while stability can help prevent being knocked down, you will still take damage. Surviving this test allows you to damage the thermal core by another 25%. At 25% health, all 3 weapon tests will activate simultaneously. Focus on damaging the core as quickly as possible to progress to the final boss fight. After defeating the thermal core, the weapons test engineer and 2 champions will drop in. Again, make sure to separate the adds from each other and the boss to avoid reflective damage. Quickly eliminate the champions on the sides first, as the boss will continue its attacks while you deal with them. Once they are down, shift your focus to the boss. The weapons test engineer gains invulnerability every 25%. It performs a telegraphed AoE attack that inflicts 10 stacks of bleeding, and then moves to one of the 4 spots in the center of the walls. Movement is random, so it may also remain in its current position. Bursty condition damage is particularly effective against this boss, as it doesn't cleanse conditions when it becomes invulnerable, allowing them to continue ticking while it moves. When you defeated the boss, you have successfully completed the Molten Furnace Fractal. I hope you found this quick guide useful. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more guides in this series and much more, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.